On a particularly dark and stormy night, Sarah found herself home alone, curled up on the couch with a novel that had long since lost its grip on her attention. Thunder rumbled in the distance, and the howling wind rattled the windows. She tried to focus on the words, but an unsettling feeling crept over her. The power flickered, then went out completely, plunging her into darkness. Her heart raced as she fumbled for her phone, the only source of light now. As Sarah made her way to the window, a flash of lightning illuminated the street outside, revealing a shadowy figure standing at the end of her driveway. Confused and frightened, she leaned closer to the glass, squinting to get a better look. But when the lightning faded, the figure was gone. She shook her head, convincing herself it was just her imagination playing tricks. Suddenly, she heard a soft knock at the front door. Her pulse quickened, and she instinctively stepped back. The knocking continued, a slow, deliberate rhythm that seemed to echo in the silence of the house. Who could that be? She whispered to herself. She felt an urge to ignore it, to hide, but something compelled her to approach the door. Peering through the peephole, all she could see was darkness. Maybe it's just the wind, she thought, trying to dismiss her anxiety. But just as she turned away, a chilling voice floated through the keyhole. "Sarah, please, let me in." Panic surged within her. The voice was eerily familiar, but she couldn't place it. Trembling, she backed away from the door. The knocking became more frantic, resonating throughout the hallway. "You can't hide from me," the voice whispered again, sending shivers down her spine. She grabbed her phone to call for help, but the signal was dead. Suddenly, the knocking stopped, replaced by the sound of dragging footsteps. Heart pounding, she felt a surge of relief wash over her, but it was short-lived. The unmistakable creak of the back door echoed through the house. She wasn't alone anymore. With nowhere to run, Sarah's mind raced. She remembered the old tales of spirits haunting the living, of beings trapped between worlds. Just then, the lights flickered back on and she caught a glimpse of a shadow moving in the hallway. It paused, and she could feel its gaze on her, cold and penetrating. "Sarah," it whispered, drawing closer. The figure emerged from the shadows, a distorted version of someone she once knew, a friend lost years ago. "Help me," it pleaded, reaching out with an elongated hand. Frozen in fear, Sarah finally mustered the courage to scream, "Get away from me!" But as she turned to flee, the figure lunged, and darkness enveloped her once more.